What's up, everybody? Rasat out here in Singapore, and you are listening to the Night Owl Podcast. Finally, it's about nighttime. It's like 1:45 in the morning here, and finally got baby girl to sleep, clean up the house a little bit, clean up the kitchen, and got a chance to settle down and kind of gather my thoughts of the night, and wanted to talk to you a little bit about this really cute movie that I'd seen for the first time in forever. I've seen it once or twice before, but it's called The Tale of Despereaux. It's a cartoon, obviously, and it's about a little mouse, and the things they talk about in that movie are just so reminiscent of our own society. And I know humans created it, but I can imagine mice being taught to scurry and cower and how that's just a part of life. And there were several quotes in it that I definitely tweeted earlier because it hit me so hard I wanted to remember, so I tweeted it out. And one of them was the fact that when he was born, there were two mice in the room with his mother, and they were looking at the baby, and one said, "Wow, look at him. He's just looking right at me. He doesn't cower at all." And the other mouse turned around and said, "Oh, not everyone knows what fear is. They'll learn to cower. Eventually, they all do." And I felt that right now because with this whole World War Wuhan thing that's going on, people are in a state of panic. People are fear-mongering each other. People are discriminating each other. They are consumed by what it is to have Wuhan, this coronavirus, how that is spread, how the information is disseminated. I don't know, a DEFCON level orange, all kinds of stuff. People wiping out entire, grocery stores full of toiletries and paper goods. Yeah, but the funny thing is the food isn't disappearing, like not the real food anyway. And I wonder, how is it possible? How is it possible that we teach our young to cower and to shake with fear and to go along with the crowd because, oh my God, the world is ending? It's always a Chicken Little scenario, right? It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of, petrol and fossil fuels. It's the end of chlorofluorocarbons because the hole in the ozone layer. It's the end of, forest fires and calamity after calamity. And I thought it was really cute that this movie that was written and directed, I don't know, maybe at least 10 years ago, hit everything just as it was happening today. And there was a part of that where he talked about how, well, the narrator is describing how Despereaux is this little mouse, and he is small in terms of mice as well, like he's smaller than all the other mice. But to him, in the eyes of Despereaux, he felt like a giant. And that's what I want to talk to you about, because I swear, being a legend in your own mind, that's some powerful stuff. So anyway, this little mouse really did see himself as this giant among the mice that were around him. He felt big. He acted big. He took up space. He was more than he was expected to be. And that was just amazing to me. It was so filled with hope that, I had to go back and think about what it actually means to do that in this world right now. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm actually really caught because I've done a couple episodes about how you see yourself, whether sex sells or not, marketing on social media, like all these things. I've talked about those things before. And even then, sometimes I wonder. I've had some amazing friends and unlikely heroes pop out of social media. And I have been flattered by some of the most well-known people in the world. And it's funny because on a daily basis when I write from the heart. I write about things that I wish somebody had told me. That's basically where I'm coming from. I'm trying to be my own hero, right? I wish somebody had told me that, you know what? I have a choice in everything that I do. I have a choice in how I take, the spin off of a situation. I swear to God, I could have been part of Olivia Pope's people. But, yeah, I speak from the heart. And it's only a handful of people that listen to me, and that's fine by me. But of course, who wouldn't want more reach? Who wouldn't want to know that you're reaching the people that really need to reach you, right? And it still blows me away when showing a little bit of flesh gets you way more reach and way more affect, but you don't get the impact that you're looking for. And that's the part that worries me. I don't want to conform, and yet a part of me is nagging me like, but yeah, why don't you though? You can still write the post. You can still write the message. You just need to get their eye first. And a lot of times, though, they don't even read the post when they like the picture. I've had a couple of really, really close friends of mine whom I love dearly and I respect. And they're people I go to for advice. They're people in my inner circle. And while they support me, there are sometimes where they don't post or they don't write about me, they don't comment, they don't like anything. And it's only on the off chance that I do something wild and out the way that they actually notice. I've had cousins come out the woodwork that I didn't think were even paying attention to my page until that post. And so it worries me sometimes. I wonder. But back to this Tale of Despereaux, this little mouse really thought he was something. He was just this big person inside his mind. And so he behaved that way. He behaved as though he had every opportunity and every gift in the world. He believed and behaved as though he took up as much space as a human did. And he was able to affect change like, you know, Bishop Desmond Tutu or Mahatma Gandhi back in the day, or, Mother Teresa, Lady Diana, any of those things, any of those people. And he just behaved that way. He believed what he expected people to see in him. And that is an amazing, amazing quality, because a lot of us don't have that. A lot of us don't see ourselves the way some of our fans see us. A lot of us see ourselves as just plain Jane people that go on about our day and do the best we can and screw up 1,000 times and hope that no one notices that often. And when they do, we hope that they have enough grace to treat us as human beings and not these built up personalities that are supposed to be perfect every time. But more than that, Despereaux reminded me of a time in my life where we used to give out awards for being a legend in your own mind. And that back then it was an ironic thing and it was meant to make fun of people. But I knew a couple people on the sales line that really thought they were legends in their own mind. And literally speaking, that was a trophy we gave out, a legend in your own mind. I'm pretty sure Ela or Laura got it a couple times in a row. But I digress. I would like to think I'm a legend in my own mind. Hear me out. It sounds really lame and full of myself, but I would like to think I'm a legend in my own mind because I would like to be that mom that people talk about. The mom that was able to do all of it. That mom that was able to figure out how to cook and sew and throw parties and counsel people and teach people and reach people and gather people. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to be the next Martha Stewart, minus the scandal of, insider trading. But to be able to conquer art and food and, household DIY projects, that's amazing. And I want that. I really feel like I could do that. A lot of times I sit down with my daughter and I want to create things with her and teach her how to build and make with her hands. And she has a different process than I do, obviously. But there are some moments where she looks at me and she's like, "Oh, I hate you because you can do it and I can't." I'm thinking, no, but that's not the point. I've had so many more years of practice than you, and so I don't want you to give up. And while I'm a legend in my own mind, when I stand in public before you all, I don't feel that power. When I'm in the house by myself, hell yeah, I'm amazing. I'm fucking Pavarotti, damn it, and I will sing to my heart's content while I cook. But in public, that's not how I feel at all. And I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting how the world around you can affect how you see yourself. Suddenly all the mirrors, when you're out in public, all the reflections are like funny clown house mirrors. The ones that you find at carnivals that make you look distorted and tall and weird shaped. I want to know why it is that legend in my own mind status doesn't translate into the new world. Once I step out of my house, it's almost like, okay, now I got to worry. Who's watching me? Who's going to say something? Do I look okay? Do I have boogers? Like, all of that. And while Despereaux, this little mouse, I don't know, was maybe born with the gene where he didn't care, is able to make these amazing strides in his life and really just take the bull by the horns and pursue everything that he believed in, like wholeheartedly, all cylinders just pumping hard. It's beyond me. Because I know that there are so many things that could go wrong, and I know that it just takes one person to shoot my confidence, and I know that while I may walk into a room like I own it, I am terrified, and I am trying to hide the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm winging it just like everybody else. But what would it be like to really be a legend in your own mind? I saw a quote the other day, and it says, "Wake up and attack the day, but do it with all the enthusiasm of a 4-year-old in a Batman costume." Well, damn it, yeah, why not? He's a legend in his own mind at that point. And he doesn't care what's going to happen. He doesn't care how crazy he looks. He feels it. He's aligned. He's tapped on, tuned in. He's pure source energy. And I wonder sometimes if I could hang on to that feeling, hang on to that emotion, hang on to that space, how much more of an effect I could be. And then you hear videos of Master and Kip talking about, you know what, the world needs your voice right now. You need to man up. You need to level up. You need to become bigger than who you've ever been before. And yeah, that sounds great. But the how? How? How do I know I'm finally bigger than what I see myself as? Don't I need backup? Don't I need feedback from somebody? Don't I need someone to tell me that, yeah, you're great, man. You're not full of yourself. You're not talking shit and talking in circles. You're not confusing at all. You mean something. Yeah, absolutely. I would love that validation. But I also know Gary Vee's going to say, you know what? You're not always going to get the validation, so you need to be your own damn cheerleader. Yeah, absolutely. I will be. But it wouldn't be the same. And I'm not complaining. It's not that I have to have that before I can do any more. I'm doing it. I'm winging it. I'm putting in effort every day. I got skin in the game. But could you imagine? Just imagine for a minute. Bear with me. Could you close your eyes and imagine yourself the hero? I mean, really, no cape, obviously, because capes are just detrimental to your health. But maybe with a mask and a costume. Maybe with a sidekick. Maybe you skip through the fight scene and you skip to the end where you've already saved the day and everyone is like, wow, somebody just did this amazing thing, and you decide in that moment whether you're going to step up and claim it or not. Are you going to do the I am Iron Man speech, or are you just going to let it be and let people enjoy the moment? Legend in your own mind. What fun that would be. For a whole day. Would you? If I dared you, would you try it for a whole day? To be that legend you've imagined yourself to be? That heroine, the hero, that savior, that knight in armor. I'm not going to say shining, because shining means you've never been to battle. Which means you've never survived anything. You don't know if you haven't tested your mettle yet. So, could you imagine being a legend in your own mind and behaving like that legend in your own mind and showing up every day like you are that legend in your own mind? You know what? I'm going to try it. And I would love it if you would try it too. And let me know what happens. Drop it in the comments below. I really want to hear about it. And so in the meantime, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Y'all take care, okay? I love you. Bye.